Hey vape fans, and welcome to another Mount Baker Vapor Product Spotlight. I'm Michael Sullivan, and today we're going to be going over the Infinite Hades clone, which is this unit right here. So let's see what it's going to look like when you unpackage it. Alright, so when you receive your Hades in the mail, it's going to come in a box like this. So in this first box we have the black unit with the gold accents, as you can see here. And then we're also going to carry this in the full silver version. So since these units are identical except for the cosmetics, we're just going to dismantle one unit to show you how it works. So the Hades is a 26650 mod, which means that it's going to take a 26650 battery, which is going to be this big guy right here. Here we have a 3500 mAh 26650 battery, and you can find these on our website. So let's go ahead and dismantle the unit. So first I'm going to take off the bottom. You'll also be able to remove the top cap. And then that's going to leave us with just this center piece here, which is where you're going to put the battery in. One of the cool things about the Hades is if the battery is in it, you can take off the top cap without the battery falling out. It's also got a pretty thick wall, and they call it a heat sink battery, so if you have any warmth coming out of your battery, it should dissipate fairly well in the body itself. And then as you can see at the base here, there's a significant amount of vent holes for safety reasons. So let's go ahead and talk about the bottom cap. At the bottom you're going to see the Hades logo. Again, this is a clone of the original Hades, and this one is made by Infinite. So if you unscrew this piece here, which connects to the bottom of your battery, we can take apart the switch. So that is your battery connection piece there. That will allow for the switch to come out completely and into two pieces. Inside are going to be these two magnets, one inside the button and the other inside the locking ring. So the way these work is, since they're sticking together here, you want to put them back in oppositely. And this is actually going to work to push your button back. So it has this magnetic switch that's going to keep your battery from staying fired. So putting it back together is the same as taking it apart. So you're going to put your magnet into the button with the Hades logo, and then you're going to put the other magnet in, making sure that it's the opposite attraction, into your locking piece. So as you can see, this is going to keep it pushed up. You then just take your battery connection and you screw it back in. If that piece is not securely threaded onto the bottom button, you're going to have a little bit of crunch on your button. So make sure that you screw it in all the way. That way you get a nice clean throw. On the top piece, as you can see here, this is a floating pin that's going to make contact with the top of your battery. It's spring-loaded, that way it's always making contact with it. And that's pretty much all there is to know about the top cap. There is a flathead piece in here, but do know that the 510 connection is press-fitted, so unscrewing that or screwing it in tighter isn't going to do anything. So to put the piece back together, we just put on the bottom cap and the top cap. And there you have it. Also, just a heads up, you are going to need to purchase this separately because it will not come with the unit. So you'll need to purchase not only the Hades, but also a 26650 battery, and make sure that you have a charger that supports these 26650 batteries. Now that you know how to disassemble and reassemble this, what we can do is take off this bottom cap, and we're going to insert our 26650 battery. After you screw the bottom cap back on, it is ready to vape. As you can see, it is in firing position. When you're not vaping on the unit, I highly recommend that you enable the locking mechanism, which is just going to be turning this switch down here clockwise. And that's going to make it to where you cannot push the button in, and that way if you set it down on the table, it's not going to fire on its own. So now that you have it fully assembled and a battery installed, you can take any 510 threaded atomizer. Right here I have an RDA. I'm running a dual coil at about 1.3 ohms, so pretty high on the resistance compared to a lot of users. I'm going to go ahead and unlock the firing switch. It's a nice vape. The throw is really smooth, and like I said before, using a 3500 mAh battery it's going to last a lot longer than you're used to with a traditional 18650, 490, or 350 battery, so that's a huge plus. So if you have any questions or comments about the Hades, just go ahead and leave them in the comments section below. Also, don't forget to subscribe to our channel and share this video if you like it. So we'll see you next time.